Welcome to Mysteries, Myths, and Legends. I'm Taylor.
I'm Savannah.
And happy September.
Oh my gosh, we're into September.
Yeah.
We're into the Burr months.
Wake me up. The Burr months.
Yeah, October. September, October, November, December.
The best months of the year.
Honestly.
I'm so excited for fall. It was so fall this weekend, and then unfortunately today it was 95 degrees.
Yeah. It just, snapped us back to reality.
Yeah. It was...
That it's still summer.
It is, in fact, still summer. And I'm not sad that it's summer, but I love fall.
I know. I'm really excited for it.
It's almost fall, y'all. I don't even know if it is.
There were some leaves on the ground.
Yeah.
So.
That's true.
That's fall.
That's fall. That's what it means. No autumn here in America. It's fall because the leaves fall down.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. I'm celebrating the end of summer with a concert this weekend, though.
That's fun. Who are you seeing?
So excited. We're going to see King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Say that 5 times fast. I love King Gizzard.
Yeah. I honestly I mean, they have so much music. I don't know all of it, but I'm really excited to hear them. It's just like the vibe of it. I'm down with it.
Absolutely.
So I'm so excited for that. And it's in Asheville, North Carolina, and I'm probably just gonna go shopping while I'm there too.
Oh, of course.
Just staying the weekend. Yeah.
That's so fun. Plus, Asheville has really haunted places. It's really haunted.
Oh.
And it's in the Appalachians, so.
You're right. I think
there might be some Appalachian mountain people.
I was trying to find some cool things to do. Maybe there's some sort of museum.
Oh, there's plenty.
Haunted.
For sure.
Something that's haunted that I could go to.
I mean, I did actually
see they have a pinball museum, and I was I kind of want to go to that.
That's cool.
Might not be haunted, but still.
Well, it's cool nonetheless.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a funny, it's not funny to me,
okay,
but it will probably be funny to you story.
Okay.
I love animals. Right?
Of course.
I just need you to know that before I continue.
Oh, okay.
There's this evil, stupid, that's actually really smart bird that I want to kill.
Oh my God.
And I know that's a big statement, and I love birds, but not this one specific bird. He taunts me.
Oh.
As we all know, I have a new car.
Yeah.
And I used to think it was funny because my dad, this bird didn't like my dad.
Okay.
And so he would mess with his truck.
Right.
And then I got a new car.
Right.
And it's the same color as my dad's truck, so I think this bird just assumes that they're both the same thing. Anyway, it likes to fly in my side mirrors and peck the side mirrors because it sees its reflection.
Oh my God.
So it's breaking my new car. And so now every time I get out of my car, first world problems truly, but I have to push in my mirrors at my house because the bird will attack it. And so I want to kill it because now that I close the mirrors, it gets mad and it poops all over my car.
Oh my gosh.
And he sits out there on the stupid little bricks and just laughs at me and just stares at me. And my dad, so we were like, okay, he likes the mirrors. Let's put a mirror out there on the fence.
Right, yeah.
It doesn't distract him.
Oh.
He's still going for our cars. So.
I don't have any advice.
It has to die soon.
Oh my
Birds
God.
don't live long. You know? And it's been 2 years. At least.
2 years?
And it's still here, bro. It keeps coming back. Yeah.
I mean,
unless it's raising a family of birds that all attack the mirrors.
My God. Yeah, he's teaching all his, his children to go pick your window.
It has to go.
Yeah. I mean, at least in a few months it'll get cold and the birds just won't be out.
But it'll come back.
But yeah, it'll come back.
Unless hopefully it dies over the winter. God. I promise you guys that I love animals and birds, but this one bird has got to go.
I mean, it's understandable. I feel like I would feel the same way.
It's breaking my new car.
Yeah,
genuinely.
Yeah.
So that's my life update, and it's not really great, but
yeah.
I hate that stupid bird.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what you do about something like that. No, I know.
And my dad is like, he better be lucky I can't shoot at your car, Taylor. I'm like, yeah, don't do that.
Oh my God.
Savannah, it's so bad. He'll do it if you're standing there watching. And what can you do? It's not like you can throw something at him. It's not like you can catch him.
Can't you just go up to the bird?
Yeah, but it just flies on top of the like telephone pole.
Oh.
Or like
and like watches.
Or the bricks. He's evil. It's like he genuinely knows what he's doing. That's why I hate him so much. But yeah. Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, that's really all I have.
Okay.
Super. Other than go rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, please.
Yes, please.
And check out our TikTok and YouTube.
As always.
Always.
Okay. I'm going to get into my story today. So, this one, I think you probably have heard a little bit about this. The Utah Monolith.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Do you remember that from a few years ago?
I definitely remember. Yeah.
So, just to summarize for people who may not remember, in 2020 it was discovered that there was a monolith that was like made out of metal, like a metal pillar basically, found in the middle of like the Utah desert.
Yeah, that was wild because we were like, what put it there?
Yeah.
Like, how did it just randomly appear?
Today we're kind of going to get into
what it could be.
Like, all the details about it and, what it could be. So yeah, this monolith, it was a long vertical slab of metal, like a pillar. It was 9.8 feet tall, which is 3 meters. And it was also
meters.
Yeah, I know. Because 9.8, but it's 3 meters. Yeah.
Is it exactly 3 meters?
Yeah.
That makes me wonder.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's also a prism. So it was 3 sides. And each side was 23 inches.
Oh, wow.
And it was not magnetic. Stainless steel or aluminum. Made of, one of those. And it was joined with rivets and had a hollow interior. It also had like a silicone epoxy on the base. And when it was hit, like if you like tapped it, it made a dampened sound. So there was like some insulation inside. You could tell. And it was also assembled with blind rivets, so that shows that it's human origin, but difficult to determine like how old it was.
Okay.
So that's just a little background on like the materials used and everything. So this monolith, it was placed in a red sandstone slot canyon in San Juan County in Utah. And it was put on public land, but it was like kind of the middle of nowhere. So, and since it was the middle of nowhere, no one really knows the day that it was put there.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So it was also, it was placed in an area known as Lockhart Basin, and this is part of the Bears Ears National Monument. And this site, it has a name, but it doesn't have like any public resources really out there. It's like no parking, no restrooms, no cell phone service.
Wow.
It's just like literally you're out there. And so this monolith stood there unnoticed for how long do you think it was there for, Taylor?
I mean, I'm going to at least say a couple years.
4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How do they know that?
So I'll get into that a little bit. So the Utah State biologists, they, or actually it was the Department of Public Safety. They were doing a helicopter survey of wild bighorn sheep.
Oh.
And they discovered that this monolith was there on November 18th of 2020.
Wow.
So they were like flying over and they're like, oh my God, what is that shiny thing in the desert?
Can you imagine?
Yeah, it's like, like seeing that for the first time, it's like you have to think
aliens immediately.
Aliens. Yeah, I know. So after this discovery, they did post a video and sort of announced, they're like, hey guys, like we found this out here. And after that was posted, people were able to find the pillar using GPS mapping, like, almost immediately.
Wow. I love that.
Yeah. So the exact location, it was never disclosed by the Department of Public Safety, but, like, which was on purpose. They didn't really want people going out there.
Yeah.
Because, it's public safety. They don't really want, honestly, I'm like, why did they even, like, disclose it in the first place? But
that's crazy that they did.
Yeah. But, the internet is powerful. So within a few hours of the announcement, a Reddit user, of course, had identified the object on Google Earth.
Wow.
Because Google Earth satellites, it's seen on there.
Oh, yeah.
So they were able to find the exact location using that.
Wow.
And he also, like, this user looked at Google satellite images and showed that it was installed between August 2015 and October of 2016.
That's really crazy. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And also you have to think, like, that was COVID times, like, when it was blowing up and going viral. So we had nothing else to talk about.
Right.
So obviously this is, like, huge news.
Yeah. But it is cool being able to use Google satellite images.
Yeah, that's really awesome. As scary as it is that they're just floating up there in space.
I know. But I guess they don't, they take images very, far apart from each other because, they couldn't even tell if it was between August 2015 and October 2016. So I guess that those were the 2 times the photos were taken, you know. And there was actually a Dutch journalist that then took that information and they used other satellite images to determine a closer window of when it could have been installed. And they determined it appeared between July 7th of 2016 and October 21st of 2016.
Oh, okay.
So in 2016, sometime between there. So, within 48 hours of the Department of Public Service announcement, members of the public, just people, had reached the site.
Oh, wow.
They're like, we're going out there.
That's me.
And they uploaded pictures and videos of the monolith to social media. Local residents, like, after seeing that people were going there, they thought that foot traffic might damage local Native American sites and, like, artifacts and stuff. So they were kind of like, okay, guys, like, we shouldn't be going out there.
Yeah.
And it was actually removed in November of 2020.
That's so sad.
Yeah. And at first, nobody really knew who took it. But then these 4 residents of Moab, Utah, they were like, hey, guys, like, we took it. Because they were like, oh, like, leave no trace. Like, we can't have something out there like that. It's like, okay, I get it. But also at the same time, is it really doing anything wrong? Like, just keep it out there. Like, maybe it was also because they didn't want people traipsing through that area. I don't know.
I feel like a lot of people didn't go out there, though. Like, that many people.
I know. I mean, but if it was still there, I feel like people would still be going.
Yeah.
So.
That's true. Yeah. What'd they do with it? It was at their house?
So, they held on to it for a month, and then they gave it to the Bureau of Land Management.
I would never give it up if I had it.
No, they gave it up eventually. So, after the discovery of this monolith, some other similar columns were put up.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Actually.
So there was one that was in Romania that popped up, like, pretty much the day after this one was removed, which is kind of weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that one was taken down, and then one in California was put up, like, right after that one was taken down. And then that one ended up getting taken down, like, and
wow.
And actually, I'm pretty sure the one in California, people were, like, mad about it, and they were, like, hitting it with sledgehammers and trying to get it down. Yeah. For some reason, it's like, I don't really know why they were so mad about it.
Same.
But and then after that one showed up in New Mexico, in Albuquerque. So these things were just popping up everywhere. There were, like, a lot of them. One source said over 200 similar columns.
Wow.
Which is like...
That's so many.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in, North America, all across America, in Europe, South America, and Australia. Like, they were found all over. That's insane. Many, most of the ones that were built by artists as imitations of the Utah monolith. Mm-hmm. So, that was, like, the original, the one in Utah.
Period.
Yeah. So, where did this one in Utah come from then? Like, that is the one thing. It's like all the ones that were replicas and stuff, most of them have been like, okay, it's an artist, like this person did it. Mm-hmm. But the one in Utah, like, nobody really knows.
Still?
Yeah.
You did not tell me this is a mystery.
It is a mystery.
Oh my God, we don't have the answer.
It's a mystery. So
I'm so mad right now.
So this monolith has been compared to works by artists John McCracken, but he actually died in 2011.
Oh, period. That's not 2016 unless it's Ghost.
Yeah. So, but he lived in the Southwest desert. He believed in extraterrestrials, of course, aliens, and he expressed interest in leaving behind artwork in the desert. So people speculate, like, okay, it's maybe not him, but maybe it's like
somebody put it out there. Oh, I was thinking more along the lines of like he made it and then somebody put it out there.
I mean, maybe, but people really speculate that like somebody built it in honor of him almost.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Because it also represented or resembled other similar monoliths that he had actually created.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, most likely it's created by another artist paying homage to him. It has been suggested that it was the artwork of Patricia Lee Fawnhawk, and she installed sculptures in desert locations in Utah. But she actually claims, like, no, it's not me. It wasn't me. So people are like, okay, this looks like her. But she's like, no, guys, it's not. So,
okay, I mean, if she denies it,
I know.
I guess we have to believe her.
Right? Others have tried to take credit, but there's no, like, definite answer as to who really put it there.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
I put it out there.
There are, of course, some... You were doing that in 2016?
I was. You were with me.
You're right. I'm
no.
like... So, there are some other theories out there. One being that it could be left over from the set of Westworld, which is really interesting. Have you seen Westworld at all?
I've seen the first season of it.
Yeah.
That's it, but I know what it's about, so...
Yeah, like, it's very...
Was it filmed there?
Yeah. It's like
interesting.
Wild West,
for sure,
but then also futuristic.
Yeah, it's about, like, robots and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the tea.
Yeah.
We just got some... What's it called? Wait, what's it called again? The show.
Oh, Westworld.
Westworld, yeah.
Yeah. I need to watch that again. That was a good show.
Now, honestly. I know. That's why I was like...
I think I stopped. I think I stopped watching it because wherever streaming... It was on HBO.
Yeah, and I didn't have that.
Yeah, I think I stopped because... I don't know.
Yeah.
I lost my service,
I think so too,
because
I think the first season was available on Hulu, and then you had to have the rest, like, on HBO.
Right, I think
we were poor college kids back then. We didn't have HBO.
Yeah.
But now.
But we got it now, so. But yeah, like, people speculate that because they had a set out there, or at least they were filming out there, and they're like, okay, maybe they left it here by accident, or maybe they did it, like, on purpose as, like, a joke. Or they're like, we're just gonna leave this here. Or maybe they just
accidentally, or that's true. Or
so that's a possibility.
Nobody will ever know that this is
exactly. Here. Yeah, I mean, no. Because 2016, would that be around the time?
Yeah, the first season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Some other theories that, you might jump on this bandwagon. Aliens.
Yeah. Well, The thing that makes me want to jump off that bandwagon, not to immediately deny the aliens, because we all know that I love the alien theories, but the way that it's all human-made materials.
Yeah.
I feel like everything that's like from real aliens, we can't like describe how they work or like the physics behind it or what it's made out of, but it's like silicone and like whatever you said.
Yeah,
metal.
It said like man-made rivets and stuff. I don't know. It's just people can tell that it's like man-made, I guess. I don't know.
So that part. But anyway, to get back to the aliens, do you think they did it?
No, probably not.
But they could have just left it there. Or what if they purposefully made it out of human materials to throw us off the scent that it was the aliens? I mean, that's throwing it back to the alien theory. If I was an alien, that's what I would do. Not to give them ideas.
I mean, the theory there is that it could be like a signal tower, like some sort of like cell phone tower thing.
Okay. I can see that.
So I don't know.
A way for them to talk to Earth, or at least the aliens on Earth, maybe.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So like all of these theories, but part of me just wants to believe that it could just be an art installation, but it's just crazy how long it took for people to notice it.
Yeah.
Like, notice it was there.
Wouldn't the government want you to think that it was just an art installation?
I guess so. But also, they're not the ones who took it down right away, too.
Well, I would argue that the Department of Public Safety is still a part of the government.
Yeah. No, they are, but they didn't take it down. The random people did.
That's what you know. How do we know that they're not undercover public safety officers? Or aliens? Coming up
with all of these conspiracy theories. No, but I just think it's crazy. Like, it took them 4 years for anybody to really notice it.
That is
and
wild.
Maybe, like, the mystery of it and the suspense of it is part of the art.
That's true. Maybe that's what they wanted to happen.
Yeah, and they're like, I'm not ever going to say who did it just because, like, it's part of the art piece. Yeah. That's crazy. So anyway, that's the Utah Monolith, and it's still a mystery, and
I'm so mad about
probably will be one. So.
Can whoever put the monolith there just come out and say it? Even if you're the aliens listening to the podcast, like, please.
I know.
I need to know the answer in my lifetime.
I know.
That actually makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Nobody wants credit for it. Guys, come on. Please. Yeah. I'm actually begging. Mysteries? I know it's part of the show, but they make me so angry.
It's just part of the show. It's part of the show.
Man, yeah. I guess I kind of also have a little bit of a mystery.
Oh, okay.
It's also a curse, also
mystery.
A legend. So, you know. I guess I'm just mad because we just have no answers for this episode.
What's new? I mean.
You're right. You're absolutely right. So, I have for you today the curse of the 27 Club. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh.
Yes. So, as you all well know, it was just my birthday, and I did, in fact, just turn 27. So it's fitting, obviously, the 27 Club. It is all I'm thinking about right now, and it probably will be for this. Okay. You're about to beat it. Now let's knock on some wood.
I know. I was just going to say, like, I do know a little about this, and I'm like, now you're going to jinx us both.
Well, knock on some wood. I did. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, the 27 Club, we have discussed it on this podcast, you know, but I wanted to dive a little deeper, get really into it. So yeah, depending on how you look at it, maybe a curse, maybe a myth, who knows. But I do just want to preface this story that it is a little trigger warning. It's a little darker than normal. So
yeah,
if you're not in the mood, maybe just skip it. But anywho, if you have never heard of the 27 Club, it basically refers to celebrities and mostly musicians who all died at the age of 27. So it seems like, I mean, people die every day. I understand that, but it's like a big percentage of celebrities who have died at 27. And so this coincidence of all of them dying at 27, it like adds more to like their stories because they all died tragically. Obviously, they're young. You know, we don't expect them to die so young. So
See, and this is
Yeah.
going to be crazy, like, putting it into perspective because we're that age
I know.
right now.
And I've thought about it so many times in my life, but being that age is scary. And I don't really
and then
like
you
it.
think about yourself in that situation, whatever situation
Yeah, like they're
these
in.
people are in. Yeah.
It's really crazy. Yeah. So there is no, like, quote unquote club, like actual physical club. It's just how we say it. People join the 27 Club when they are a celebrity who dies at 27.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the most famous members, they're called, these 6 people are the big 6, the people that really kind of made people realize the 27 Club is a thing.
Okay.
So it's Kurt Cobain, Jim Morrison, Amy Winehouse, Janis Joplin, and Jimi Hendrix. All very famous people. And musicians who all died at 27.
That's wild thinking about that. Like, their impact.
Yeah.
Their impact on music.
Yeah.
And they were only as old as we are.
us. Like, what is our influence?
Like,
crazy. Compared to these people's. It's what it is.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But really what makes this phenomenon, like, even crazier is that it's been going on for decades and decades before these people.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's not just, like, recently. It goes back far, and we'll get into how far in a little bit. But you might kind of just look at these artists that I've mentioned and say that, well, those artists kind of passed away a long time ago at this point, so it's not really relevant. But like I said, those are just known as, like, the big 6.
Mm-hmm.
You look at more current artists that this has happened to, like my personal favorite, Mac Miller.
Yeah.
Tragically died when he was 27 just a few years ago. So it is still happening today. But, yeah. So there are a few theories as to why this is happening, or, you know, why the 27 Club is a thing. So let's get into those theories. So we have to look at the fact that it's celebrities, right? Mm-hmm. You already know what I'm going to say, Savannah. I just know that you know.
I have a feeling.
People believe that it is possible that these people have sold their souls to the devil.
Oh my God.
And that his price is that he will take your life at 27. So he'll give you the fame, the money, the influence. You can be a famous singer if you want to, but you have to give me your life at 27 in return.
See, I don't know. Anything involving just, like, the devil just always seems to me like the easy way out theory.
I agree.
Like, okay, it's the devil. Like, just blame everything on that. It's like,
yeah.
Okay, guys. Like, come up with something more creative, please.
Like, the devil is a little bit overused at this point, I must say. Yeah. But I kind of, at the same time, see where it's coming from, because, especially with, like, the big 6, they're all rock and roll artists. Now, that's not the case for now, but people, especially back then, like during the Satanic Panic time period, they were like, oh, it's rock and roll music. That's made by the devil. Yeah. And so I think that helped this theory go along.
And I feel like it just in media in general, people...
They love a good devil.
Yeah, people like... Yeah,
to blame.
Exactly. They love the devil in a storytelling way, you know.
Yes.
But just in media, like shows I've seen in movies, there's always the artist who is like selling their soul. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we're gonna throw it all the way back to episode 41.
Okay.
Where I did cover a little bit of the 27 Club. Okay. Could I tell you what I said back then? Absolutely not. Did I listen to it? Absolutely not. But I would love you to. It's episode 41. And I was covering the story of Robert Johnson, who, if you didn't, first of all, stop right now. Pause. Go listen to it. I do actually remember it now that I looked back and thought. But this is where the idea, people say that the devil, like selling their soul to the devil is the reason. Is because of Robert Johnson, because he was one of the world's most famous blues singers, but it has always been said that he was gifted his musical abilities by the devil when they met up at the crossroads in the middle of the night one night, and that he sold his soul to the devil so that he could be famous.
Yeah. So, and you know what? You say all of this, like I remember you telling this story, but before you had even like mentioned it again, like that's what I kind of pictured, somebody meeting at the crossroads.
Yeah.
And actually I pictured this scene from Supernatural.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's a scene in Supernatural where that pretty much happens.
Oh, so, that would happen in Supernatural.
Yeah,
I really need to watch that show.
You do. I think you would
so
like it.
Bad. So, I mean, I have seen the Scooby-Doo episode.
Oh,
and it's only one.
Yeah.
I have. It's a good episode. But I picture the Courage the Cowardly Dog episode.
Okay.
Of like, oh man, what's it called? It's like the scariest episode where like that wooden man looking thing is like in the field. That's what I picture. Meeting the devil at the crossroads.
That show always scared me.
Yeah, that's a horror.
So much.
My mom,
like,
I was not supposed to watch that show, but I did.
Yeah.
Still, like secretly.
Yeah.
Because she was like, "This is too scary." Now look
and
at
it's
me.
like it's supposed to scare you because it's supposed to come from the perspective of a dog that's scared of everything.
Yeah.
So
it makes so much sense. And you know what? My dog is exactly like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yes. Bay is absolutely Courage the Cowardly Dog. She's scared of stairs. So yes.
Oh.
But anyway. So, opposed to the devil theory, I like to go with the more scientific version of events.
Oh, scientific.
And look at the lifestyles that these people were living.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's all rock and roll and fame. There's tons of drugs, no sleep, no taking care of your bodies or your mental health whatsoever.
Yeah.
Basically a party all the time. So, I personally really think that, like, the rock star lifestyle can really only like hold up for so long before it becomes really dangerous for people. Like, and you have to think like these people are like not peaking at like in their early 20s, but like, can you really get much more famous or have, I don't know.
Right.
Like,
no, they're
you
really
think about
like,
how big their
everything.
lives are at such a young age. Like, you think, well, you know, now's my time, and you never know when it's going to be up. So, I mean, unless they sold their soul to the devil and they knew. But, so, I don't know, you know.
Or maybe just that whole idea is like a theoretical, like, selling your soul to the devil, not actually, but like, you
metaphorically.
Yeah.
So that was the other theory, is that it's like kind of like a curse. Yeah. Whether it's like a real curse or like a curse that you bring upon yourself, but that's just what comes with the job.
It is just crazy that 27 is the number, though.
It is crazy. And then like other people, this is like getting into ridiculous territory.
Okay.
But I think I might as well just go ahead and say it. With the devil theory, they like to say the number's 27. So if you add together 2 and 7, it's 9. And if you flip 9 upside down, it's 666.
That's so
okay. I told you it's crazy. But
that's pulling so hard for that. It's like really like
it's big
pulling
reach,
straws
for sure. Like, it's absolutely a big reach. But I just had to say it because that's a big argument for the devil theory. And I'm just like, okay, if you can break down any number, you can essentially get to the devil. You know,
right? Like,
but yeah. So I do find it interesting though that like we see this mostly in celebrities and not so much like your average Joe's, like regular, not famous people. And this is actually crazy. So I did find a documentary and I forgot to write down the name of it, but that's unfortunate. But the lead singer of Kiss, Gene Simmons. Arguably one of the most famous rock stars of all time. He actually goes through and does a deep dive on the 27 Club and talks about his personal knowledge of it because obviously he's had friends be a part of that.
Yeah.
So he is like a really personal, you know, knowledge of the 27 Club. And so he really argues the fact of how hard the rock and roll lifestyle is and that he really thinks that that's what it is more than anything else. So I'm like, I mean, I personally am going to believe my man Gene.
Yeah.
Because he's lived it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Is it like, was he talking about like the stress of it or just the drugs or like
all of it? All of it. Like the pressure leading to do more drugs. And like the pressure of
it's probably like
putting out bad music.
Oh.
Also like disappointing people or not making enough money. There's just a bunch of things. And you look at Amy Winehouse, I mean like, not to get into that conspiracy theory, but people believe that like her team were secretly like low-key killing her and like that's how she died. because and like that they were low key drugging her. Not that allegedly. Let me just say that allegedly. So like even maybe greedy people behind these artists can be responsible, and you know that's what Gene Simmons was basically saying without really saying it.
Right.
And then you think, just like imagine us at like early 20s having that fame. I mean, good Lord, that we would be dangerous.
I know.
We would not have been responsible. I can tell you that right now. I already know. So, so I did mention that Robert Johnson was like one of the early members of the 27 Club. Mm-hmm. But he was not the first, not even close actually. Oh. But he was the first kind of to be looked at and then recognize a little bit of a pattern of people dying at 27. And then with the devil thing, you know, that didn't help. So the earliest person that I could find was somebody named Nat Jaffe, born in 1918. And so he was a swing jazz artist who played alongside Billie Holiday and Louis Armstrong. Very famous. And he died at 27. So he was like the first one that I could find anyway, the youngest. So born in the early 1900s. So, you know, it's sad to think for sure that this is not going to be the last update I have for you guys on this topic. Hopefully, maybe, but
yeah,
I don't think so. Yeah. There will be other people to cover in the future who will join the 27 Club. So that's, you know, maybe let's not speak it into existence.
I know.
And maybe the 27 Club will stop being a thing, and then we'll never have to talk about it again.
Honestly, I feel like the culture around like a lot of that stuff is
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I'm hoping
like at least like that mental health is definitely much bigger of a priority than it ever has been.
Absolutely. And and like people are really advocating for these like young artists. Like you look at like the Nickelodeon documentary and stuff that came out. Like, I don't know, I feel like our generation is gonna handle things better. Hopefully. So maybe the 27 Club will stop being a thing, and we can hope that. Imagine we cancel the 27 Club. We end it. Yeah. Let's stop. Because in all seriousness, like it's really dark stuff, and I don't want to see like young celebrities continue to die, you know? Like it's so bad. It's not good. So let's maybe try to reverse the curse that is the 27 Club. But fun fact, I also wanted to say that one of my favorite bands is in fact Fall Out Boy, and they have a song called 27 that's about the 27 Club.
Oh, do they? Wait, I love them too, but I don't really know all of their songs.
Yeah,
but...
it is an old one.
Okay.
On one of the old albums, so we'll have to listen to it.
Okay.
I'm not going to play it for you, but it's called 27 if you want to listen to it by Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy with all their long name songs, and they have one called 27.
27, oh yeah. It was in the early days before the really super, super duper long song titles came out. But one final thing that I did want to look at. So even though we have said, like, our generation might be the ones to stop. I mean, that's a big statement. But, like, we can at least hope for that, right? However, today, I feel like if we look at, like, the time periods. Yeah. Back then, all those people, Amy Winehouse, Janis Joplin, etc., Kurt Cobain, all those people were, like, rock stars, right? That's when rock and roll was famous. Yeah. Today, rock and roll is not as famous as it was. I mean... So now we have to look at other...
what about...
genres, right?
Like club music.
Okay. Interesting. I don't know if we've got there yet, but I was going to talk about rappers.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't want to pick out any artist in specific.
Oh, I have some artists in specific.
Well, I was thinking of Charlie XCX for some because of Brad.
Okay. Well, of course, because of Brad. Not calling you out, Charlie. I mean, she's 32.
Yeah. Okay. So, she's not calling her out, but like that genre of just like in the club doing drugs.
Yeah. It's absolutely I think maybe what we're moving to next, like because like rappers, I feel like that was like early 2000s to now, right? And maybe now we're moving into more EDM. Yeah, because I was gonna say, I would argue that our last 27 Club is kind of like the new 21 Club, because Juice WRLD, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and say rest in peace. Before he unfortunately died, he put out a song called Legends, where he talks about what the 27 Club is, and he's like, what's the 27 Club? We ain't making it past 21. And unfortunately, he put that song out, and he did not make it past 21. But he put that song out and dedicated it to one of his good friends, XXXTentacion, who was tragically also killed at 21.
They were so young.
They were so young. And basically, Juice WRLD was saying, like, oh, the 27 Club is looking a lot more like the 21 Club nowadays. So that's a solid point, because you look at XXX, eventually, unfortunately, Juice WRLD, Lil Peep. After literally writing and singing that song, he joined his own club. So that is really heartbreaking. So I guess we might have updates in the future. I don't know. Like, is it changing? I think everything's always changing. So
okay, that's not changing for a good reason.
No,
I didn't think you were gonna say that.
No, it's dark. I told you it's really dark.
Dang.
I know. Time will only surely tell. But I feel like their deaths really taught people a lot. You know?
Yeah.
So maybe that was enough, hopefully. So, yeah, it's really sad, but that's the curse of the 27 Club.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's really
now
intense.
I'm just going to be thinking about people's ages. And
I know. And now I have a whole year to live. Well, at this point, it's 11 months.
Okay, well.
I've already made it a month, guys.
I'm not going to jinx myself, but I have like a month and a half until I turn 28. So
Savannah has almost made it through. I'm going to knock on some wood one last time. Not even superstitious, but got to. Especially talking about this, being 27. It's a little uncomfy until my birthday next year. Not that I want to be older, but I would like to make it to 28, please. So
We will.
We will. Absolutely will. So yeah. Definitely. I don't know what pictures we're going to post. I'm just going to post a picture of Mac Miller, I think.
Yeah.
Love Mac Miller. Rest in peace to everybody that was in the 27 Club. So sad. But definitely go check out our Instagram to see pictures. Our pictures are going to be crazy this week.
I mean, I have pictures of the monolith.
Yeah. But just like Mac Miller and the monolith. That's what we named the episode.
Yep. Oh my God. We could.
Well, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I have hiccups. We have to go.
Oh no. Okay, well that's our sign. That's our cue. But I guess we will see you guys next week.
All right. Cue the music.